Boris Johnson and his cabinet fear that sour Remainers and sinister EU figures have formed an alliance to torpedo his Brexit dream, according to a newspaper article discussed on the BBC Andrew Marr programme. The BBC's Adam Fleming told Andrew Marr that the government launched its controversial new Brexit bill this week in response to the extreme positions that the EU had taken in talks. He made the remarks after discussing the Sunday Telegraph's leader during the newspaper review on the BBC's Andrew Marr show. The newspaper's leader urged MPs to back the internal market bill, despite fierce criticism from the EU and a brewing revolt among Tory MPs. Earlier today, former Prime Ministers Tony Blair and Sir John Major joined forces to urge Parliament to reject Boris Johnson's shameful attempt to override parts of the Brexit withdrawal agreement. Mr. Blair and Sir John accused the government of embarrassing the UK. BBC's Adam Fleming said, "I was surprised when I talked to people in this new government about how much they hated the Brexit withdrawal deal and how committed they were to protecting UK sovereignty, and how unprepared they were to give any of it away." Marr pointed out that the withdrawal agreement was a deal Boris negotiated and signed himself. BBC's Adam Fleming said, "This is like talking to a senior member of the government, reading this leader in the Sunday Telegraph. It is laced through with regret and pointing fingers over the deal. They suggest it is Remainers from the last parliament, in league with the sinister EU, who foisted a bad deal onto Boris Johnson, who is trying to rescue it now." Marr responded, "So, the government thinks that after the EU signed the deal they have acted in bad faith." The former Brussels correspondent for the BBC said, "It is two things. It is the behavior of the EU in the talks right now in the Joint Committee, not in the trade deal talks, which is hammering out the details of how the Northern Ireland deal will work out in the real world. The UK feels that the EU is taking a very extreme position there. But there is also the original sin for Brexiteers with the Brexit deal to begin with." Marr followed this up. Blair and Major were both very strong Remainers. They say they have moved on, but there will be a lot of suspicion in government that this is what it is really all about.